Hey everyone, Simon Says Money here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll tell you 3 reasons why Bitcoin will go to $200,000 in 2021. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notifications because I post stock content and investing. And as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor or CPA. Please make your own investment decision. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's go out there, make some money. First, let's take a look at the overall market. The Dow Jones is down 27.36 points, S&P 500 down 23 points, Nasdaq down 147 points, and then Russell 2000 down 23 points. S&P 500 falls, led by tech shares before an update from the Fed, the very important news. And then we have the Bitcoin chart as here, $54,741. We can see that on March 15th, earlier this week, we had a 10% drop because India was banning Bitcoin. So now it's kind of consolidating in this area. Fed must walk a fine line Wednesday as financial markets hang in the balance. So March 16th, this was posted. The Federal Reserve concludes its 2-day policy meeting Wednesday with expectations for no change in interest rate. However, Bank of America said the meeting will be one of the most critical events for the Fed in some time. Chairman Jay Powell and his fellow policymakers will have to convince investors that the current policy is correct and won't change in response to a brighter economic outlook and major progress in the COVID-19 fight. So I will be tuning into this and maybe giving you guys an update for tomorrow. This is very crucial news, and I'm assuming a lot of people, a lot of investors, a lot of traders will be tuning in to see what Jay Powell has to say this afternoon. I'm preparing an in-depth analysis in Bitcoin price history and its short-term and long-term trend. I shall be able to post in the next couple days. When the Federal Open Market Committee announces its monetary policy decision this afternoon, there's a scant chance the Fed will raise rates or make significant changes to its asset purchases, which are totaling $100 billion a month. Rather, investors and economists will be focused on the Fed's Summary of Economic Projection, or SEP. Specifically with an eye to whether any Fed officials move up their expectations for a rate hike in 2023. This will also mark the first real test of the central bank's adherence to its new framework. Only 5 of them projected a hike in 2023. GDP growth is as projected. There have been 2 stimulus plans enacted, $900 billion in December and $1.9 trillion in March. And investors are now more optimistic about economic growth, but also worried that inflation will surge. The latest economic projections and policy statements are scheduled to be released at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, while Powell will hold a news conference 30 minutes later. We need to pay close attention. When the lockdown began last March, Bitcoin fell over 60% from around $10,000 to $3,800. 12 months later, Bitcoin has gone parabolic and it has now reached an all-time high of $61,000, a 20x return in 1 year. I'm going to quickly present 3 simple reasons. The first one is the stimulus. The $1.9 trillion stimulus package just came out last week. This one is pretty obvious. President Joe Biden just signed the $1.9 trillion brand spanking new dollar stimulus plan. Undoubtedly, some Americans will pay their rent, their bills, everyday expenses with the stimulus check, plus vacations, which definitely will benefit airline companies as I presented in my past 2 videos. But a certain percentage will immediately buy Bitcoin or stocks. And why is that? The last time a stimulus of the $1,200 and $600 respectively was sent to all Americans, an unprecedented growth in stock market spur followed. And now American personal savings are at an all-time high as well. What are you going to do with the extra money? That's a no-brainer, especially with the hot stock market and Bitcoin price. If you had invested the first $1,200 stimulus payment in Bitcoin, it would be worth about $10,000 today. According to a survey, 2 out of 5 people plan to buy Bitcoin with their stimulus check. That's about $40 billion. And the corporate adoption. Publicly traded companies that hold Bitcoins are MicroStrategy, which holds over 70,000 Bitcoin, and they have been buying more and more the past couple months. Tesla bought around 48,000 Bitcoin this year. Galaxy Digital Holdings, a crypto-based bank, holds 16,402 Bitcoin. Square also holds around 8,000 Bitcoin. Marathon Digital Holdings hold over 4,000 Bitcoin. So we can see these popular companies: Tesla, Marathon, and Square. You get the point. 18 million Bitcoins are in existence. Company must buy Bitcoin to protect itself and its shareholders from asset inflation. The Bitcoin supply is very limited. The Bitcoin demand is infinite. More and more companies have converted some of their corporate treasuries into Bitcoin. For example, Visa CEO said they are working to enable the purchase of Bitcoin on Visa credentials and working with some wallets to allow Bitcoin to be translated into fiat currency. Mining reward in the halving. This is when the Bitcoin mining rewards gets cut in half because of the limited supply. This happens every few years. Mining Bitcoins becomes more and more difficult, and mining companies will need more and more mining rigs. This will get reflected in the Bitcoin price. We have witnessed 3 halving events. Judging by the past halving event, we can say that a certain degree of certainty that more growth will follow, and more people who have purchased Bitcoin will hold them for a longer period of time than the past, which leads to a shortage of Bitcoins on the market. Okay, that's it for today's video. I will share a more in-depth video of Bitcoin within the next couple of days. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts about Bitcoin, and we all should see what the Fed should say. It will affect the market tremendously and Bitcoin prices if things go the wrong way. So we'll have to listen to JPal, look at the report. Again, thanks so much for watching. Go kill it in this trading day and have a good week. Let's make some money. I'll see you guys in the next video.